Hello everyone. So in this video we will be looking into what is JSON, that is JavaScript object notation. So the topics that will be discussed in this video are what is JSON, why do we use JSON, a real life example demonstrating the usage of JSON, the syntax that it follows, data types in JSON, and some examples that will make you understand the concept better. So firstly, let's get into what is JSON. So JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. We can think of it as a way to structure information in a way that's easy for both humans and computers to understand. For example, imagine you're describing someone named Alice who's 25 years old. You could write down this information in a very clear and easy manner for everyone to understand and read. So that is what JSON does. It organizes information in a neat and readable format. Second topic, why do we use JSON? So JSON is like a universal language that almost every programming language can understand, which makes it super easy and useful while exchanging information. So just an example, imagine you're shopping online. You add an item to your cart and behind the scenes, the website is communicating with its server. It's saying something like this person wants to add this product to their cart. So this conversation between the website and the server is often done using JSON in the JSON format. So let us discuss the syntax used in JSON. So JSON has some simple rules that it follows to structure its information. First, it uses curly braces, which acts like a container. So inside this container, we are describing a person or an item. Imagine saying this person's name is Alice and she's 25 years old. The way JSON organizes this data is by enclosing it within curly braces. Secondly, it uses key pair values, key value pairs. So these are like labels or categories that specifies the type of data that you're storing in this format. So for instance, the key in this example is name and the value assigned to the key is Alice. It's like you're filling in a form with categories and specific details which are separated using the symbol colon. The third category is commas, which are used to separate the key pair values. In this example, the two keys are name and age, and as you can see, they are separated using a comma. So this is basically showing that name and age are two different key values. And lastly, it uses square brackets to showcase array items. For example, all humans have different type of hobbies and they can be multiple hobbies. So to showcase this, we are using arrays. So what we are doing is we are enclosing it within square brackets and separating them using commas. So this is an example that demonstrates everything that we have learned so far. So by starting the JSON format with a curly brace, the first key value is name. The value assigned to it is Alice. How is the value assigned? It is assigned using a colon. The next key value is age and the value assigned to it is 25. Now how are we separating these two values and keys? We are separating them using commas. Next key is student and the value assigned to it is true. Now in the last key, we are assigning multiple values by using the array format as we are enclosing it within square brackets to display multiple values. And we are closing the JSON format with a closing curly bracket. Now let's discuss the data types that JSON uses. So let's take an example to understand how these data types are used better. Let's take an example of an e-commerce website. So when you're ordering something, the first data type is strings, that is a sequence of characters enclosed in double quotes. So the e-commerce website might ask for your address or your name or anything. So all of that data is stored in the string format. Next is number, integer or floating point numbers, both are accepted. So the website might ask for your phone number or any pin code or any other details like that, which are stored using the number data type. Next is Boolean, which represents true or false. Let's just say that it is recommending products. So it will ask you, a pop-up message will be displayed on your screen saying, do you want to explore our recommendations? And the two options that are provided would be yes and no. So JSON does this by accepting values in the Boolean format. The array value is the ordered list of values enclosed in square brackets. So in this format, it's like basically accepting multiple values. So multiple product selection, the products that you have selected might be displayed using the array format. An object is the collection of key value pairs that is basically like we saw in the previous examples, that you can term it as an object. And even if you want to represent the absence of a value, that can be done using the null data type. Now let's discuss some real life use cases of JSON. First one is storing user information. Like in this example, it is discussing how a new app stores your details in JSON format. So it's asking for a username, your email ID, and the theme you prefer. Like most of us prefer dark theme and light theme in all the apps we use. So the theme, and if you want to switch on your notifications or not. So this data can be stored using JSON. The second example is configuration files. So many applications use JSON to store configuration settings. Like we discussed in the previous example, if we want the notifications for the particular app to be displayed, the theme of the app that could be used, and the language in which we want to use the app. The next one is communication between web and the server. So basically, in this example, we are talking about a weather app and how the web page communicates with the server. So suppose we enter the city as London, the data that would be returned is the temperature and the condition. So this is basically for a weather app. It is fetching data after we entered which city we want to know the temperature about, and it is providing the temperature and the condition. That was the topics. I hope everyone understood the topics very well. So basically, JSON is a way of structuring information so that both humans and computers can easily understand it. And it is widely used in apps and websites to communicate, store, and retrieve information, making online experiences smoother and more efficient. Thank you.